set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born. It's talking, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look down, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated to love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is Melvin Gordon, and this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Second down, Cousins. Green flexing his muscle. Throw left side complete. It's Green. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
All right, now here we go.
On play action, Cousins. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And taken right at the 35. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Kelly. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Now Kelly going to throw again. This is going to be caught by Cortland Sutton, the rookie from SMU. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the gun, Kelly. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So a critical mistake roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Kelly. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's got Green. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play action now. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action set. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Kelly. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And the pressure gets to him again. Corey Legion in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Look into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. First down, here's Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Hey, 382, let's 50. Listen to me, listen to me. The hot,
This is Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Let's 50, here we go. Go ahead, go ahead. Hey, flipper, flipper. Yellow, 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 yellow.
To throw, Cousins. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And Denver getting set to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run. It's Presley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On second down, Kelly dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Rhino! Rhino!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Right back to him on first down. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll try to throw now. Cousins eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 7. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Kelly. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Play fake. Cousins. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
Watching that, Barney!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Amara Darboh, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Kelly now, throwing again. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Watching that, Barney!
Here's Kelly, operating from the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Cousins now. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Cousins to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Allen. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now a first down throw, Kelly. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
No. Check. Patriot.
Kelly on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. To throw on second down. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. So we've come upon halftime here in an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a carry here for Presley. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now Kelly looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw is Kelly. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Amari Darboh, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Watch him now, Barney.
Kelly now to throw again. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Cousins now on 2nd down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Green. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Kelly. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
First.
Second down, Cousins. Room to run past midfield. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And down to the 28-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Chargers on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Play action now, Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
And sure, you hate the end result being a sack, but my question is, why are you going play action on 3rd and long anyway? No defense is going to respect the run in that situation. They're headed straight for the quarterback.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Presley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On first down, it's Kelly. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He got 29 yards that time. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team. And they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. Amara Darbo, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's Kelly. Back to the air on 2nd down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Corey Legion in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch him now, Barney.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Kelly throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On the run, this is Presley. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll look to throw. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. And Allen's got it. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.